First of all, I'd like to say great job by Syracuse. It was a heck of a game. Dino's got that team playing really well, done a great job with them. Got some senior leadership in those receivers and the quarterback, and defensively did some nice things in the game. So they did a great job. Very proud of our guys. Like I said, competed a lot of heart and soul. Didn't always play smart. Didn't always do things we got to do. And when you play young guys, that's part of what you're going to grow through. You got to learn to go through it. They got to grow through it. They got to learn, and you got to teach. But their ability to compete and do things was their heart and soul was in it. So got better. Learned to overcome. Scored enough points. Hit some big plays in the first half. And third down, when I knew it going in, we weren't very good at all. We didn't do very good. They hit some big third and longs, which was very disappointing, and some key things. But a couple times I had a little interference on one or two there, threw some guys out of the way. But would have helped, but didn't get called. But our punter did a nice job in the game. Ricky hit the big field goal, was huge right there in the second half to do that. But our kids overcome enough and come out and won. And that sometimes that's what it needs to jumpstart you. And got one down the books. Got to keep going one at a time. Questions?
Coach, how impressed were you with your freshman back there? They were Blackman and
Blackman did a good job. We got to protect him a little better. He had some chances to make some plays. He misread a couple things. Had an opportunity to hit a big touchdown throw there. But his toughness, his competitiveness, his ability to make the big throw in the first drive was very impressive. Cam was out, ran the ball extremely well. Made a nice little screen catch on one. Big plays, finished runs, hit the home run, which is, and he did the home run the right way, not craziness, but with good hard runs, and then split it and ran. And he had an outstanding day. Very proud of him.
Jim, can you talk about the confidence of winning at home today and how that relates when going on the road next?
Well, it is. You got to get them one at a time. You just got to learn to play and learn to fight through. And all of a sudden, that's the word that you hit the key word in ball: confidence. All of a sudden, if you pull those games out and you hear coaches say, and I've heard coaches, they won that close game, and all of a sudden your confidence goes, and all of a sudden it takes off. When you lose one or two and then three like we have, all of a sudden you're like, what's wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? And learning to get through that hump can be huge, and believing in yourself. And that's a big part of what happens. That's exactly right. Great question.
That finish could have been a carbon copy of the Louisville game.
It wasn't.
And there were some other issues that kind of continue. But what do you think the difference was in turning a game like that into a victory?
Just keep trying. Just keep sawing wood. There wasn't no secret. Guts, make plays when you got to make them. They had a chance for a field goal and they missed it. Unfortunate for that kind. And I hate to say that. I love our team, but I feel it for their kicker. I hate when that happens for a kid because he's got parents and things too. But because he'd made some good kicks in the day. But our kid's gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep trusting him. And it wasn't what we had to do. Put him in position, keep learning from it, and move on. He did. He had some big third down stops. Boy, I wish he could have held on that one. He made a big interception the first drive. If he could have held on that one, that other, but he's getting cut as it did it. But, he really, his heart and soul and his ability to compete, and, people question whether they're going to play hard or what they're going to do. Don't question that. Them kids play hard.
What do you think are the most important things moving forward to try to make a bowl game this season?
Keep playing hard. Sawing wood, don't worry about the bowl game. Biggest thing, don't even think about the bowl game. Biggest thing is think about playing well that week and practicing well. And understand that's in the back of your mind. And you got that responsibility, 40 years of winning, 35 bowl games. You got that responsibility. That's the burden you took when you came here. Now carry it and go play your tail off and practice in the games.
Jimbo, did you notice that early on that they were competing at the level you wanted them to?
Yes, they did every game. Last week they just got shocked on the road and have all year. I did never doubt it. Never doubted it in practice when we went back to practice this week. All y'all did.
Jimbo, can you talk about the run game? I know Akers had over 200+ yards and 2 touchdowns.
He did. He ran the ball well and finished big runs. And I'm going to tell you, we were one block away from about 4 more runs that just gash. One guy misses a block, and they're out the gate for some more. But that's ball. You got to keep making. We're still not playing efficient enough, not playing smart enough. Hampshire on a 4th down stop on an interception throws it back in bounds. And now, does it come from a bad spot? No. It's because he said, I saw somebody there and I thought he could catch it and go. It's from wanting to make a play. But that's what happens when you play youth. But the ability to be there and how about this ability to make that play? Things like that. But the running game, those young guys playing Stanford Samuels, playing Kane Doe, playing Cyrus Fagan in the game. All those young guys, because of injuries and guys banged up, they're getting their opportunities and they're going to be really good players and they got to learn, they got to go through it all.
The defense made some really big stops in the second half. Now they drove the last couple series. They ended up with 95 plays. Is that part of the reason why maybe the defense faltered a little bit?
No, I didn't think they just had their plays and opportunities, kept giving too many at bats and getting off the field on 3rd down. That was it. We got to get 3rd and long we got to figure out a way to do a better job, and we got to pick up a couple more on offense. That's a shame. Big thing, it shouldn't even been out there. We're 3rd and 1. We got to get that snap executed and get it up. They went 2-1s, which pinches and make that snap doesn't come up like that, and you got to clean that up. But they shouldn't even been out there. Offensively, we should have got a first down there and ran the clock out.
Push those 2 long touchdown runs for Cam. Of course, Nooney gets that big touchdown pass at the beginning. Was it nice to finally get the offense in some chunk plays?
You got to. If you don't have chunk plays, you're not going to be a great offense. You can draw it up any way you want. You can draw up drives. You go those 12, 14-play drives are all great. You don't do a lot of those. Like we had, so I was proud of the Duke game. We didn't score points, but we had 4 drives of 14 plays or more. That's hard to do. It's a challenge. But you got to hit chunk plays, and you got to finish in big areas, and they did, and that's the key. It's like hitting threes. You can shoot twos all day, but you got to have some threes in basketball. You got to hit your home runs. The guys that are, when they get in space, they got to finish runs and put it in the end zone. I was proud of those guys for doing it.
Jimbo, Ricky, and Logan both made some really big plays on special teams for you.
Yes, huge. Hit good punts. Logan had a really good day. Then he missed a couple there at the end. He had some really good. He could have had an unbelievable day. Ricky hit the big field goals. I mean, it was good.
You contrast the kickers, like you said, to know that he's reliable, especially on the 49-yarder to kind of get some.
Yeah, I mean, we feel confident. That's what we finish up every day. We finish up around the 50, 52, somewhere in that range every day, and we feel very consistent with him in that it's just like a normal kick. He feels very comfortable.
Jimbo, you gave DJ another shot after that fumble, and he gave you a good punt return. Was there any doubt about? Did you have anybody else you think about?
Ain't a lot of people left to put in there. Who else you gonna put in there? I mean, we've tried them all, and probably we've done it all. So, and it just, and there's another example. DJ who did, but wanting to go make a play. That ain't the time to make a play. Youth and ability, and all you guys, you understand. Well, he's got this guy, young guy, got ability. This guy got ability. He's a 5-star. Yeah, but you got to learn to play. And there's nothing wrong. They got to go through trials and tribulations. And he's wanting to go make a play. At the time, just give me the ball. We got the ball coming out second half. It's just give me a fair catch and go. But he is natural as the day is long doing it. He's extremely natural doing it. Probably one of the most natural I've ever been around as far as catching the ball. And just got to learn to make better decisions. And that's going to come with experience. How you get experience? Put him in the game.
How redeeming is this win? You spoke about the doubt that your team has after last week and this 2-5 start. How redeeming is it?
Well, it feels good. Now he's got to go do it again. I mean, and makes it happy again. The locker room's happy, and that's the whole key. I mean, when guys say, well, we're not having fun. Well, you don't have fun when you lose. You have fun when you win, you have success. And to do that, you got to go prepare to have success. You got to practice. You got to watch film. You got to play hard. Then you got to go do it. And then you got to fight, scratch, and claw. And that locker room was happy, and they were happy, and it was great to see it in their face. Because as their coach, just like I said, I have kids, too, that play ball. I know when they're happy, when they do well. As a coach, you love seeing that look on your player's face. You love to see the joy in their eyes when they've succeeded and had something good happen to them.
Jimbo, with all the pressure that their offense puts on a defense, you kind of have to, I don't say concede some things, but do you not get too worried about the yardage?
Well, you do, but you got to play some of those things a little tight. I still think we got a little soft on a couple things right there, and we got to play more aggressive in some situations. But they did a great job of containing things. But, again, it was mainly the third down stuff. Had them on a lot of 3rd and 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. We got to do a better job there. We know that. But you do concede some things, but I think we could have tightened some things a little bit. But I was very proud of our defense, the way they competed.
What do you say about a guy like Noddy to lead you in tackles against that offense that goes so fast?
Well, we practice what we do. I mean, when you play like you do and you get Oki, and he's a zero nose, and if they double, then they're going to free some other guys up, and they single block him. You're not going to single block him, and get the push. And Derek, I've said, has played outstanding football all year, and he's an unbelievable leader and a great guy.
Jimbo, when they had that roughing the passer, when the defensive end kind of took Blackman down, I don't know if you saw Akers was the first one to just go run up to him, give him a little stiff arm.
Well, I don't know. No. He needs to go back, pick the quarterback up, and I appreciate that. Maybe say something, but walk away, because then you fool around and get a 15-yard penalty, just like Derek Kelly did in the Louisville game. Because then all of a sudden now you get in a pushing match, and then what happens? You get 15 more. I love that. And myself, I probably would have done. I'd probably got up myself and said something. That was the way I understand that. But like I tell them, do as I say, not as I do. Okay? But I understand that. But at the same time, again, toughness. The guys who play with great toughness and intensity, but you got to play with intelligence. There's a time to do those things and pick your moments, and you got to be smart when you don't. But I love the competitiveness. I mean, he's right there for his teammate now. They're going to fight for each other now.
Say something about him the very next play. He takes it to the house.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was wanting to play. He was competitive. He was ready to roll.
On the third one, did you see that James was down? Did he tell you that he was down?
Mm-hmm. He said he was down, and on his knee. When he said I picked it up, and his knee was on the ground. I saw him. I thought pick it up, and when we asked him, and they said it was snap. They went 2-1s down in there, and everybody tries to get in, and you got to get down it, and that ball gets pinched off. And as crazy as that sounds, people say, well, you go get a yard. When people get 2-1s on you, the hardest thing in the world to do sometimes is run a sneak. because the pressure it puts on the center when they take both legs out to get your hips down in there, and you get knocked back. Now, you can step aside, and there's an art to it, but it's a lot harder than you think, and that's kind of what happened on that play.
You guys made a lot of big plays today, but you guys were also 1 for 13 on third down. How do you
Awful.
rectify that problem going
You got to go back and work at it. I knew going in, and I say third down, we had done a really good job for a while. Early we struggled, then we got for about a 3-game stretch, we were really good, about 50%. Now we just got to go back and practice it and make sure we know what we're doing. And some of that was them, and some of that was us. It was a mixture of both.
After the game, it looked like you and President Thrash were kind of sharing a moment there. Can you talk about what was?
No, John's unbelievably supportive. He's a tremendous president, loves athletics. He's for us 100%. And what we're doing, and just happy he's just there supporting us like he is all the time. Good or bad, John's always there. I mean, John's always been there. He's the forefront. He's an honest guy. You can talk to him. You get good answers out of him. I mean, he's one of the best guys I've ever worked with. And I'm not saying that because, listen, he's a straight shooter. And just like I am. We don't have to mix words, and he's a happy guy who supports all of his athletics in this school. He's a tremendous guy.
Jimbo, with the big runs, is it just with Cam now more confident and patient?
Yeah, learning what to do, we're blocking better, we're getting better blocks. We got some down, also our receivers did a good job downfield on second and third levels, which allowed him to make some cuts, and his patience to know his scheme and what's going on.
With the win, a bowl is now very much a possibility for you guys. Is that, important for you and your staff to keep that incredible streak going to that this year?
Heck yeah. I mean, it's upon the obligation you got here. You have 40, nobody's ever won 40 straight winning seasons, 35 straight bowl games. Yes, that's very important. But at the same time, you can't let that paralyze you. You got to understand how you got to go play in the game. That, and like I told them, if that doesn't make you want to strive to practice hard and play hard, or the legacy you left, and I'm going to tell you what, the respect those guys, the 2009 team that gutted itself back in and made those plays to keep the winning bowl streak alive like we did against Maryland. We're down. We throw a pick with 3 minutes to go. Remember that game. We're down 3 and throw a pick with 3 minutes to go. Defense walks out and gets a hold. They punt a little ball to a little guy named Greg Reed, who wasn't supposed to catch it inside the 10 and reaches outside the line and catches it and runs it back to the other 40. And then the young freshman quarterback who had 3 interceptions in the game, E.J. Manuel, scrambles and runs us down the 5, and Lonnie Pryor scores, and we go on. The pride that team had to keep that alive, same thing this one has. And hopefully they'll do and play through. Now, there's a lot of ball. We got a lot of football we got to play and some big wins we got to have. But, they're playing for it. There ain't no doubt. And it's very important to us because that's the legacy of this school, and that's what it's about. It's one of the reasons they want to come here, one of the reasons I want to coach here. That's big, but you can't let it paralyze you. Go play.
Coach, what do you think are the chances of this UL Monroe game being rescheduled?
It probably most likely will. We'll have to talk to Stan. We'll see. We'll make those. He'll make those decisions and let us know.
Jimbo, you seem irritated that people suggested that the team quit. Maybe.
I am very irritated.
And
You said it.
I'm not the only
You want well, wait a minute. You see, wait. You sound like a player now. I ain't the only one who made a mistake. I ain't the only one who made a mistake. He made a mistake too.
You said it. I'm just saying.
I did say it.
Y'all said
You said it. You did.
No, but I'm asking.
They didn't quit.
You never saw that at all.
No. I know what happened. I know why it happened. And that is something. That's something you're never going to see us do. Right? You can write that.